Hi guys, welcome to Simcaptain, Saturday, May 4th. It's the BYOB at Omaha, which is bring your own Bizjet. We just arrived from Minneapolis and we're going to reposition to Lincoln, Nebraska. Get the Omaha ATIS.
Eyes on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Quebec. Cross out the last one.
At the airport, ATIS information, Quebec. 00520. Ramp 170 at 11. Visibility 10. 7,500 scattered. 9,000 broken. 20,000 broken. Temperature 21. 2.10. Altimeter 2981. Visual report to runway 14 left. 14 right in use. Notices to airmen. Runway 18. 36 closed. Bird activity in vicinity of home airport. Air carrier ramp uncontrolled. Pushback call not required. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Alright, we have information, Quebec. Let's call ground and get our clearance.
5107, that's correct, sir. Call me back from the taxi. All right, now, Fox, I'll just know.
Omaha ground 66 Lima X-ray looking for IFR to Lincoln with Quebec.
Charlie, Hotel, Yankee, Papa, Echo, go ahead and continue rolling off runway for me, sir. We've got inbounds, I need you off runway, sir. Roger, we're going to get out of the runway. There's just a plane right now in front of us.
Alright, let's continue with the checklist.
And 340 Kilo, Papa,
Engine
sir,
start, the
on,
brakes are on.
Taxi, wing into the ramp, no delay.
Pre-start master switch is on. Alternator masters on, nav lights are on, panel lights are on, APUs on, avionics masters on, fuel quantities checked. Circuit breakers checked, doors are closed and locked. Passenger briefing is complete, parking brakes are on, rotating beacon. We'll turn that on. Fuel pump on.
And Charlie, Hotel Yankee, Papa Echo.
I don't know if he heard me. Throttles are idle. We're clear left and right. Bleed air over to number 2, and we'll select the ignition for start. Alright, number 2's turning.
To south ramp.
N2's on the rise. ITT is on the rise. Fuel pressure's on the rise. Open fuel valve. Good ignition. Bleed air back to normal. Star switch selected to ground. Engine stabilizing. Temps and pressures are normal. Looking good. I'm going to call them again. And Omaha ground 66 Lima X-ray, look for IFR to Lincoln. Alright. Number 2 is stable, bleeder over to number 1. Ignition engaged. Number 1's turning. N2's on the rise, ITT's on the rise.
Omaha ground, sir, you're clear to Lincoln Airport, Cattle 3 departure. The air vector is Lincoln. Climbing to 5,000. Departure frequency will be with 120.1, block 6332.
Alright, 66 Lima, actually we're cleared over to Lincoln via the Cattle 3. Climb to 5,000. Departure is 120.1, squawk 6332. 6332. Call you for taxi, 6 Lima X-ray. 6332 in the box. Number 1 is running, temps and pressures look good. Both engines are stable. Ignition to ground. Go inside, we got this question mark plane taxiing past. Alright, both engines are good, we're in the green, they're stable. Temps pressures are good. Said that like 3 times now. Bleed air is back to normal, star switches are selected to ground. ATIS is listened to, we have Quebec, we have our clearance delivery.
taxi to an Alpha, Alpha cross runway 36. Alpha Bravo at about 325.
Gosh darn this thing, it's a pain in the butthole. Sorry, that was gross. And it does it again, that's amazing. How does it manage to find that one little spot every single time? Alright. Are we ready for taxi? Before taxi checks, ATIS is listened to, clearance deliveries received, the clock is set. Transponder set will squawk normal so he can see us. Autopilot is off and pre-selected 5,000, 250 knots. Altimeter's local setting, landing gear selector is down, the lights are tested. Pitot heat and de-ice are on. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. Cabin alerts as required. APU will shut that down. APU is coming down. Master switch is off. And taxi clearance is now.
Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 6327.
And Omaha ground, 66 Lima X-ray at TAC Air with Quebec ready for taxi.
Lima X-ray, runway 14 left, taxi via Lima Zulu, cross runway 18.
Alright, 14 left via Lima Zulu, cross 18, 6 Lima X-ray.
Runway 3799, reback, correct superstructure, dispersion, call me for the taxi.
Okay. Taxi. Lights are on. Park and brake is off. Brakes left. Test. Brakes right. Test. Vertical speed reads 0, both sides. Airspeed indicator reads 0, both sides. Heading indicator turns properly on both sides. Spoiler deployment. It's finicky sometimes. Alright, spoilers deployed. Full deployment, light illuminates, will retract. They're in, light extinguishes. Reverser test. 2 are unlocked, 2 are in reverse, 2 are stowed. Flight controls are free and correct. The rudder feels good. We're going to come out here, we're going to look left, we're clear. And we're going to turn right. Engine instruments are checked. Both engines are good and in the green. Departure briefing. We're going to be departing runway 14 left. We'll be climbing via the Cattle 3 up to 5,000. Then direct to Lincoln Airport or the Lincoln VOR. We'll expect a normal departure with standard callouts. Any failure before VR, we abort and stay here. Any failure after VR, with the exception of fire and the loss of directional control, will go airborne, troubleshoot in the air, and return here to Omaha. I'm going to slow down. I got this encroaching aircraft. I don't know if he's on the... I can't tell if he's on the runway or the taxiway. So that'll be our departure briefing complete. This flight is going to be 14 minutes long. We are only traveling about 70 miles. Not even that far. I need the Lincoln VOR. Let's see if I can get that up here. Yeah, Lincoln VOR is 11610.
Hello, ground. Citation 29, we're ready with
Aircraft, sorry, I'm talking about over here. I was at the 29 runway.
Yes, this is 29, Romeo Whiskey, sure.
29 runway whiskey, taxi to Ramsey and Lima. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr.
Clear, November 817 Alpha, on the ground, 2 Simcaptain. 817 Kilo Alpha, hello sir, Omaha ground, turn right on Lima and taxi again. And just advised,
we are cleared to cross runway 18.
emergency, should be called now that, Simcaptain. So, you Alpha, Roger, sir, if you, need us to come to the future stuff, or just let me know. Where's your accent, Delta? We would like to show the fire when you park.
This is Zulu. I think on the sim it's a little different than what it is in real life. Oops. It's a little further down. Alright. I think this airport has lengthened the runway and it's not updated in my scenery because I haven't updated any of the Midwest airports. It's so windy here, it's crazy.
Omaha ground, FedEx 1521, we're stopping here. We don't have to clear jet time.
I'm at Kilo.
FedEx 1521, not a problem, sir. If you need to get around him, we can take you on the other side of the runway, sir, or if you can wait a few moments, you should be almost ready to taxi. He will forward. I have
Brakes are set.
clearance now, so I'll just continue on the initial route you gave me for 1521. Now, passengers are ready to taxi.
Contact Lincoln, or I mean Omaha Tower 13210.
We're going to cut across the bus bus, right? We're kind of boxed in by Houston.
And then departure is 120.1. And Omaha Tower 66 Lima X-ray is holding short of 14 left at Kilo, ready for departure.
66 Lima X-ray, Omaha Tower, hold short, runway 14 left at Kilo for wake turbulence separation, traffic on a 1 mile tunnel to heavy Boeing 747.
We'll hold short, runway 14 left at Kilo, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, before takeoff, nav radios are set, comm radios are set, transponders normal, altimeter is the local setting, check, computer heat's on, de-ice is on, yaw damps off, star switches are set to continuous, fuel pumps on, flaps are set, trim is set, and note time and fuel. Lineup checks are next, tower clearance, threshold, there's that landing 747.
Number 925, Romeo Charlie, Omaha Tower.
Romeo Charlie, just over from approach. How you doing? We're wonderful. 4 left.
25 Charlie, caution turbulence from heavy Boeing 747. We just arrived on the right side runway, runway 14 left. Clear to land with 17011.
Clear land with 14 left. Copy to me. 5 inches.
We're flight 89er Kilo Bravo, hold short, runway 14 left. Where are you going to go park tonight?
Alright. We're going to go to Signature, flight 89er Kilo Bravo.
Flight 89er Kilo Bravo Heavy, no problem. Might be the biggest airplane there. I don't know. Hold short for traffic arriving.
We'll hold short 14 left. Flight 89er Kilo Bravo.
Here's the inbound traffic on final.
We're 6 Lima X-ray, you're going to have to hold a little bit longer for intersection departure, wake turbulence separation. Will be 1 arrival, and then another minute.
66 Lima X-ray, roger, we're continuing to hold short. over the top of us. Nice.
Omaha Tower, hello, November 168 Charlie Foxtrot, visual 141.
Number 168 Charlie Foxtrot, Omaha Tower. Traffic will depart prior to arrival. Runway 14 left, cleared to land, wind 17011.
Alright, so 14 left to land, and we've got
Climb check
we
is
got some
next.
traffic each other direction.
45 miles.
589 Kilo
That's how far
Bravo,
we're going.
cross runway 14 left at Delta, continued via Delta Lima, contact ground on the other side, point 9er. Alright. Cross 14 left, ground point 9er.
Vector's on.
Thank you, sir. Number 925 Romeo Charlie left. So are you going to the signature or are you going to terminal?
Go to the signature where I must now, I go to church.
Number 925 Romeo Charlie left, turn off, continue via Lima, contact ground point 9er on as you go.
I continue via Lima, we'll go to ground point 9er.
Number 6 Lima X-ray, fly, runway heading, runway 14 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff, traffic on a 5-mile final.
Runway heading, runway 14 left. We're clear for takeoff. 66 Lima X-ray. All right, light strobes, pumps, starter switches, clearance. This is 14 left.
Amend your heading, make it heading 180 after departure.
We'll fly heading a 180 after departure. 66 Lima X-ray. All right, we're lined up. Engines look good. 40%. They're synced. Takeoff power is set.
168 Charlie Fox, are you going
Airspeed's alive 2 times.
Charlie Fox, show from this signature.
80 knots.
Yeah, 37
Cross check.
Tower, continue holding short, traffic departing 14 left.
V1. VR. Oh, it's so windy here. It's crazy. Positive rate. Gear up. Gears in transit. And 400 above the ground. Flaps coming up. Gears up. Lights are out.
Number 6,
Flaps are retracted.
180, contact departure, good flight.
180 on the heading. Over to departure. 6 Lima X-ray. So long.
The area is an area of moderate to extreme precipitation that's on about a 15-mile final or so.
Yaw damn saw. And departure 66 Lima X-rays with you on a 180 heading, climbing through 4,000 for 5,000.
Number 66 Lima X-ray on my approach, good evening. Radar contact, other maintain. Yeah, climb maintain 5,000 for now, and turn rating 270.
Right turn 270 to 5,000, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, I gotta quickly pull up the ATIS for Lincoln. 118.05.
Southwest 15, 518. Turn left heading 090, left hand turn to 090, and that should keep us out to the weather while you descend.
Better 284. Visual approaches and loop line on the party runway 18, runway
I apologize,
17,
American 518 heavy, turn left
back
heading
all the
090.
instructions, advise on initial contact, field information, vector,
Heavy, left turn all the way around.
Lincoln ATIS information, Victor, 2154 Zulu, wind 130 at 8, visibility 10. Sky conditions clear, temperature 23, dew point 12, altimeter 2984. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing runway 18, runway 17, and runway 14. Read back all host short instructions, advise on initial contact, field information, Victor.
Alright, got Victor. Just picking up real quick because we're so close.
Omaha Tower, Southwest 45. You said let's give them format.
Alright. Gears up, lights out, flaps are retracted and indicate yaw damp is on, autopilot is checked and set. Altimeter is the local setting. Above 5, the pump's off.
The previous restriction, then crosswalk.
Because we're below 10, we'll keep the landing lights on. We'll keep the starter switches selected to continuous. And the altimeter is set. Cruise check. Fuel, we're good. We still have plenty of fuel for the short flight. Fuel pumps off. And it's altimeter. Check engines.
November, turn left heading
They're in the green.
320, contact approach 133.32. Contact approach 133.3 and heading 320, November 520, Charlie November. 132.32. 132.32, November 520, Charlie November. Omaha approach, good evening. Southwest 4030, information code back. We're flight level 224, descending 16,000. Southwest 4030, Omaha approach, good evening. Quebec is current, thanks for that. Runway 14 right. Runway 14 right, Southwest 4030.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up the Lincoln charts real quick. I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska before. Duncan Aviation. Been there for a long time. Since the, I mean, I don't know, I was there in the 90s. Duncan Aviation. Alright, so they're landing 1817 and 14. See if we can get runway 14. That'll work for us.
Omaha approach, Southwest 4472, with you 16,000. Southwest, who's checking that? Okay, Southwest 4472, Omaha approach, roger. I expect runway 14 right, next turn. Check ILS 14 right, Southwest 4472. Southwest 3565, is going to maintain 10,000.
Alright, and basically, I have to just skip ahead because I need to prepare the aircraft for the arrival. Altimeter again, local setting, nav instruments are set. We're hoping for runway 14 because that'll make our taxi convenient.
Southwest 5220, this one maintains 6,000.
I have an RNAV for runway 14, so I'll look at that. The approach course is 142, which is the same course it was in Omaha, so it stays the same.
Southwest 4030, cross Marley at 16,000, then cross Swab at 10,000. Okay, Marty at 16,000 and cross Swab at 10,000, Southwest 4030. Southwest 4472, cross Swab at 10,000.
Below 10, landing lights are on. They are. Star switches are continuous. Marker beacon, we'll turn that on. Marker beacon's on. ATIS, we picked that up. It's Victor. Primary nav aid is set. Lincoln VOR, 25 miles. Glide slope, crossing altitude. Well, there's no glide slope, but crossing altitude would be 3,200. Minimums are 250 feet. AGL.
So just to clarify,
missed approach is a climb to 3,100 direct to the Owusu and hold, intersection and hold. That is the approach chart reviewed.
Maui 1,000. Swab 10,000. Maui at 16,000, 16,000, and then Swab at 1,000.
Should get handed off to Lincoln approach soon.
Alright, Maui 16,000. Swab 10,000. Southwest 44. Thanks. Omaha approach, Cessna citation November 89, Mike Tangled with you, 16,000, correct Omaha. Citation 89, Mike Tangled, Omaha approach, good evening, came back as current, runway 148. 14 right, 89, Mike Tangled.
The Lincoln Airport is just over here, about 23 miles. Omaha 66 Lima X-ray.
66 Lima X-ray Omaha. Contact Omaha approach on 124.0.
Approach on 124.06 Lima X-ray, thanks. Good evening, Omaha approach, November 66 Lima X-ray is with you, level at 5,000.
Number 669, Omaha approach, hello, Nation 2, visual approach, runway 13.
We'll expect the visual, runway 1466 Lima X-ray. We do have Victor.
Number 16 X-ray Zulu is now clearing, and expect the visual approach runway 18, runway 18.
All right, to copy, we'll expect the visual, runway 18 at Lincoln 6 Lima X-ray. All right, so now we're going to do the
Number 16 X-ray, turn left, heading 220, this is the main feet.
left turn 220 down to 4,000, 66 Lima X-ray. All right, let me change this now. We have to do a new ILS runway 18. The approach course is 174. 174. Frequency is 111.1. Entered. It's picking up.
Number 16 X-ray, turn left, heading 200, the Lincoln Airport, 11 o'clock, and about 1 miles report.
Left turn 200, we're looking for the airport, 66 Lima X-ray. Slow to 190. Speed checks, I'll put 10 degrees out. Crossing altitudes 2,900, minimums are 200. Missed approach is a climb to 3,300 on the Lincoln Vortac Radio 185 to Jogan intersection 14 DME and hold. We're looking for the airport. It's going to be about 14.5 miles ahead of us. 10 degrees out, landing lights are on. Pumps are on. The landing checklist. Fuel pumps on, landing lights are on, altimeter. Check, check, check. Spoilers on, flaps as required. I think I have the airport in sight, but I want to confirm. We're level at 4. Alright, the localizer has captured. Whoa, it's a hard turn. Just super, super windy, I guess. There's the wind, yeah, 20 knots. I mean, windy night here. And approach 66 Lima X-ray, we have the airport in sight.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, cleared visual approach, runway 18.
Clear for the visual, runway 18, 66 Lima X-ray. Okay, lights are coming into view. Just kill the autopilot and then land the airplane. Speed checks, gear down. Gears in transit. Gears down, 3 green lights. Speed checks, 20 degrees.
0, Avalon forecast 20, runway 18, cleared to land. Where are you parking?
Alright, runway 18, we're cleared to land and we're parking Duncan for 66 Lima X-ray. I want to try and get down and stopped by Kilo if that's possible. That'll help my taxi. All right, 3 miles to the airport. And we are cleared to land. With the high winds, I'm not going to go 40 degrees of flaps. I'm going to leave it at 20. It's gusting to 20. Outer marker. Approach 6 Lima X-ray. Could I get a wind check?
So 19014, gust 20.
19014, gust 20. Okay. Thanks. Alright. Autopilot's away, yaw damp's off, flight director's off, auto throttles are off. Whoa. Alright, we're low. Alright, minimums landing. Runway's made, throttles are idle. Touchdown, spoilers are deployed. Reversers are out. 100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots, reverser stowed. Phew, this was windy as can be.
Number 6, X-ray, left turn at Kilo, next to the Kilo, straight into Duncan, cross, runway 14 and runway 17. Thanks for flying in, have a good night.
Alright, left turn Kilo, Kilo straight into Duncan, cleared across both runways for 6 Lima X-ray. It was runway 14 and I missed the other one, so that's why I just said it that way. Alright, here's Kilo, this is a tight turn. Spoilers are retracted, flaps are coming up. Kilo straight ahead into Duncan. Landing lights are off, strobe lights are off, marker beacon is off, fuel pump is off, de-ice and pitot heat are off. APU, we're going to leave off because we're shutting down here. Star switches are off. Sure I'm going to the right place, I am. Taxi lights are on. Alright, that was pretty good. And we'll stop the clock, 32 minutes and 55 seconds. It's a shame no one else is here at Lincoln. It's so close to Omaha. It's a nice little hop over. Alright, well, as we're taxiing into the Duncan Aviation ramp, I just want to thank everyone for your subscriptions and appreciate you watching the videos. As always, thanks for coming along with me. Hope you like and subscribe. And until next time, happy landings. Parking brake is on. Fuel cutoff 1 and 2. And the beacon's off.